Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2022 with Dover Athletic in the Vanarama South. If you missed Season 1, bit of a spoiler there, we got relegated in literally the second to last game of the season. If you are looking forward to Season 2, and already we are doing pretty well in the Vanarama South, do remember to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well if you are new to the channel. Let's get on with it then. So already we are 5 games into the season. We're going to be playing Dartford in today's episode and Dorking. 2 matches already in episode 1 of season 2. Before we get to that though, I've done some very, very sneaky transfer business. The first thing to mention is players leaving the club on free transfers. Quite a lot of them. Twomasi, Hansen, Wood, Williamson, Calder Costa, who spent the season on loan at Gloucester. Still gets me that one. Marshall Ratton, Will Moses and Redder Johnson all leaving the club. Redder Johnson as well was a coach. He's not at the club anymore, so he's not a coach here either. We have also lost on a permanent deal. Danny Collins signing for Carlisle, moving up to three divisions actually, into League One. We've got a little bit of money for him, not a lot, £7,000. I think there's a pre-season friendly and maybe a percentage sell-on in there. It's not going to really come to much. We've also loaned out Kai Woolard Innocent to Eastbourne Borough. They're paying his wages, which is actually really helpful. Joining the club then, our new #1 goalkeeper is Kai Mackenzie Lyle, formerly of Cambridge, Liverpool, Hazen Yedding and St Ives apparently, and Barnet and Cockfosters. He's played for various teams. He is a Guyanese international, which could be a problem if he gets called up too often. He is our #1 goalkeeper. He's getting paid a little bit too much money. Replacing 35-year-old Sam Wood is Tyler Garrett, a 25-year-old Englishman signed from Bangor City in Wales. I don't know why he was playing in Wales, but he was. We've picked him up on a free transfer. I think he is very, very good for us, particularly at our level now. He would have been good for us last season. For this season, I think he's going to be very useful. Sam Beckwith is next up, a 20-year-old central midfielder formerly of Luton Town. All of these players are on freeze, by the way. We haven't paid a single penny for everybody. Beckwith is going to be quite useful for us. Probably won't be the first name on the team sheet because we'll get to that in a bit. Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain, the brother, I think he's the brother of Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He is the brother and the son of obviously Mark Chamberlain as well, because that would make him Alex's brother. He is signed as well, free transfer, formerly of Aldershot, Gosport, Notts County, Oxford City and a whole bunch of other teams. He's probably going to be our #1 right back, maybe rotating in that position. Somebody who I think is going to be very, very good for us is 29-year-old Irish midfielder Kane Ferdinand, who, I mean, I think he's just really good for our level of football. £220 a week as well for Kane. He's not getting paid a lot. We will be playing a ball in a midfielder as well. He's going to fit that position spectacularly well. Another central midfielder is Jack Spong, formerly of Brighton, 20 years of age. He's getting paid probably too much money, but he is potentially one of our best players, will be very, very often getting first team football. Probably going to see him in today's episode. Somebody else you'll be likely to see in today's episode is Rob Street, 20 years old, English striker, formerly of Crystal Palace. He's actually played 3 times for Crystal Palace. I don't know whether that's in real life or in Football Manager, but he's good. He's already played 5 times for us, scoring 3 goals, so I'm hoping to see a lot more from Rob throughout this season. We've also signed John Terry's nephew, Frankie Terry, on loan from Colchester, because I realised we got rid of quite a few central defenders and we kind of needed somebody new in. So Frankie's in. He's actually not terrible as a centre-back. Probably won't be playing a lot of football. We're paying him no wages. He's in as a fringe player anyway, so Colchester shouldn't get annoyed and recall him. And this is where it starts to get a bit interesting and a bit sneaky what I've done. Zach Orr, formerly of Arsenal, 18 years old central defender, on a permanent deal. But the way we've done this, he got released from Arsenal. We signed him on a non-contract, paying him stupid money a match, like £250 per match. We've then offered him a part-time deal at effectively half what he would get paid if he was playing every single week. Zach Orr is in £130 a week. He's very, very good, and he's only 18. And he's not the only player that we've done that with. Matt Dibley Diaz, formerly of Fulham, same deal. Brought him in non-contract, signed him up, £45 per week for Matt Dibley Diaz, and it's a 2-year deal. So if we end up selling him, yes, obviously he's not worth a lot because he's not getting paid a lot of money, but we've got him for 2 years. So if we get promoted one season, maybe next year we can sign him up to something a little bit more concrete, maybe £100 a week. And it wouldn't be a transfer window of mine if I didn't raid Southampton. 4 former Southampton youngsters have come in. Teddy Davie is the first one in, non-contract basis. No, he wasn't. This one was actually a permanent deal. Didn't even go through the non-contract. But Teddy Davies in, £240 a week, central midfielder. Going to get a lot of football. Harvey Woods, 18-year-old right winger. Doesn't look particularly spectacular at the moment, but he's 18 years old. He'll be 19 very soon. Non-contract, signed up to a part-time deal, £65 a week. One of the ones that I'm excited about is Lewis Payne. He's an 18-year-old right back, but he's 6'3". He's actually going to be playing as a wide centre-back. We are trying wide centre-backs in the Vanarama South. And I'm fully aware you're probably looking at me going, you tried tiki-taka in the Vanarama normal and you got relegated. Wide centre-backs aren't going to work. We'll see. And finally, probably my favourite one, even though he doesn't look particularly great, he's only 2-star current ability, 5-star potential, 17 years old, Dom Ballard, non-contract, into a part-time deal at £50 a week. I genuinely think we've done some very, very good business throughout the summer. We're not going to go through all the players, but this is our first team squad for the season. So we've got Bexon and Mackenzie Lyle as our goalkeepers. Central defenders, we've got Goodman. Sendles White is still here. Josh Bailey is still here. Frankie Terry is also in at the club. We've also got Zach Hall. If we sort by that, it actually sorts it better by the positions that I want them to play. So yeah, Goodman, Bailey, or Sendles White, Frankie Terry and Lewis Payne. Those are our defenders. We've got 6 of them to choose from. We are going to be playing 3 at the back. On the right-hand side, we've got Oxlade-Chamberlain. TJ Bramble is still here as well. Tyler Garrett is our only left back, which might be an issue. It's already become an issue for a couple of matches because he picked up a knock. Spong, Davey, Dibley Diaz, Zach Brown, Kane Ferdinand, Sam Beckwith, Callum Moore, all as our central midfielders. Our central midfield, in my opinion, is our strongest position. We've also got Sarmiento, Ramirez, Harvey Woods, Ballard, Jamal Loza and Jack Langston, who are going to be wingers. And then we're going to have Yanis Strace, Rob Street, Eddie Brown and Sam Shaban still at the club. I'm trying to get rid of the last 2, but they're still here for the moment. And as I've already mentioned, we've kicked off the season. We are currently 5th. We have lost the game against Dulwich Hamlet. We lost against Dulwich Hamlet, who are obviously top of the table. But we've won 4. We've won 4 matches so far this season. Hopefully today we're going to make it 6 wins out of 7. And we're going to be pushing Dulwich Hamlet at the top of the table, hopefully for an automatic promotion spot, because it is going to be very, very difficult to get out of the Vanarama South. Speaking of the Vanarama South as well, we are predicted to finish 5th. Which I think is reasonable. They're predicting a playoff finish. We have obviously still got the transfer window open, so we could bring in a few more players to strengthen our squad. Although, I think we're done. I genuinely think we're done when it comes to finances. We're over our wage budget by about £600. Not a lot of money over our wage budget. And arguably, we've got a better side in the league below than we did last season. So I'm full of hope at the moment. I'm definitely full of hope. So for match number 1 of Season 2, match number 1 on camera obviously, Dartford away from home. It is actually a near top of the table clash. I think Dartford are 3rd, we're obviously 5th. It's going to be Mackenzie Lyle in goal, Sendles White, Orr and Payne at the back, Bramble and Garrett as the wing-back, Spong and Brown in the middle, Ballard and Loza on the wings, Rob Street as our main goal threat in this one. Jamal Loza has scored 4 goals this season. 2 of them were penalties. You can see we're going for a 5-2-3. Technically, it's a controlled possession. I've also set up a similar system. That's the word. It's not a similar system. It's a controlled possession, but it's a 4-3-3 basically. So we do have the option to go. I don't know whether that's more attacking or more defensive, but it just kind of mixes things up a little bit. But we are obviously going to be going for this one at the moment. Let's kick off against Dartford. So we walk out then. We are going to be wearing the red today. Dartford in the white. Like I keep saying, I am very, very hopeful that we can get something out of this season. I'm not expecting like automatic promotion. I'm not expecting to win the league, but I think we have got a team that should be good enough as long as we can put in the performances. We are 15 minutes in to the first half. Not really a lot going on, but we have had a couple of chances. Spong with a corner for us. It's towards the front post. It's gone over everybody. And at the back, Rob Street is there. 18 minutes on the clock. It's not going to count. Is it going to count? It isn't going to count. He put the ball in the net anyway. Goal kick for Dartford over the halfway line. We've controlled it, but passed it straight to one of their players. I thought his name was Soup. Sanupe's in on goal, and he's just put it straight past Mackenzie Lyle. Don't do this to me. We have been superb. The first 5 games of the season, even against Dulwich Hamlet, we were actually pretty good. And then we're not going to do this on camera, are we? It's been like a day or so since I played the final games of Season 1 and got relegated. I'm quite happy right now. Maybe not after that goal. 5 minutes left of the first half. Jamie Sendles White with the ball is going to go for a run. You're not the wide centre-back, buddy. Back to Zach Orr. 2 of our 3 centre-backs being booked is not ideal. Or, who's not really going to be, should be going forward. Jamal Loza finds Rob Street. Left-hand side some options. So is on the right-hand side Dom Ballard. I think the youngest player in our team at the moment. Spong plays it through. Ballard's going to get on the end of it. 2, maybe 3 in the box. Back to TJ Bramble. Back to Ballard. Tries to get some space. 3 in the box. Crosses it in towards Loza at the back. It's gone a little bit too far for Jamal Loza. Garrett now. Play it backwards, buddy. Play it back. Or try and whip in the cross. He's whipped in the cross. Street's there again this time. That one should be counting. Rob Street with his 4th goal of the season. It's a great assist as well from Garrett on the left-hand side. It's 1-1. And it stays 1-1 as we go into the break. Apparently, that XG for that headed goal was ridiculously high. Fair enough. I don't think we need to do any changes. We are dominating the possession, which is what we are trying to be doing. Do we look at taking Zach Brown off? He seems to be one of the players who is struggling a little bit. On the bench, we've got Callum Moore. We've also got Oxlade-Chamberlain, who can play in a multitude of positions. He's mainly a right back for me, but can also play as a central midfielder if we need him to. I don't think we do at the moment, but maybe more will be coming on. Dartford with the ball. Akinola back to the free kick taker. Left-hand side is Reynolds. Akinola again, forward to a different Reynolds. Back to the free kick taker again. Notice I'm not saying his name because I'm going to just absolutely balls it up. Hill, I can say your name. He's going to go for a little run forward. They've got one man in their half. If we can steal this off them, there is a very good potential for a counter-attack. Akinola. Left-hand side now is D. Reynolds. He's going to run forward down the left-hand side. Somebody stick a leg out. I'm a bit concerned because at the moment Dartford are just doing all the passing. Who's in? It's now Reynolds with the ball. L. Reynolds all the way over towards the right-hand side. It's a great ball. Are they going to get the cross? And they do get the cross in. Oh, my word. Mackenzie Lyle just flaps the ball. Hughes in the area. Reynolds goes for a long-range chance. What a save that is this time from Mackenzie Lyle. Bit of a television save. I don't think he needed to do the dive, but he's done it nonetheless. Corner for Akinola to take. Left-footed corner towards the back post over everybody. Sandals-White gets it clear. We are hopefully going to see the end of this highlight. I mean, it's still going. It's still going. This is a worry. Hussein. Back to Hill. What's happening? Nothing. Okay, we got away with it. Right, Ballard is having a bit of a poor game, shall we say. We're going to bring on Harvey Woods, who I've said Harvey Woods isn't particularly great either. Neither Ballard or Wood are arguably ready for first team football, but we're not the best team. We're going to also do Callum Moore coming on for Zach Brown. I know it did say Oxlade-Chamberlain, but I want him on as a right back because Bramble not doing so hot as well on a 6.6. Into the final 15. Let's give them a little bit of an encourage. Let's try and fire some players up. It has put smiles on faces, which is good. Final 5 minutes. We are going to do this TJ Bramble for Oxlade-Chamberlain change. I don't think we've looked bad. I don't think we've been too bad in this. We've had 9 shots, only 3 on target. I think that's our problem. 3 minutes of injury time. It looks like nothing's going to happen. We are going to drop down to 6th because Havant and Waterlooville have moved ahead of us in the table, but it is not a defeat. That's the key thing. Away from home, not a defeat. A goal from Rob Street as well up front. Not a terrible performance. Would have liked to win. We've got one more to play though. For match number 2, we're at home against Dorking. It is going to be Mackenzie Lyle in goal. The back 3 remains the same. Sendles-White, Zach Orr and Lewis Payne. Oxlade-Chamberlain comes in as the right back. Tyler Garrett, after his assist, keeps his place. Kane Ferdinand will be making his debut. The reason why he didn't play in the last match is because he literally just joined the club about a day before that match. So he's hopefully ready to fit in. Zach Brown will be his central midfield partner. Ballard, Loza and Rob Street will be the front 3 once again. In a complete flip to the last match, Dorking, I think, are right down the wrong end of the table. No, they're not. They're actually 11th place in the table. It should be a match that we are going to win. Rob Street has started off by getting himself injured. What has gone on? Potential foot injury. Well, we've got Yanis Drace. Yanis Drace is going to come on. I think he's already played a couple of games as well this season. Come off the bench for the most part. Drace can hopefully just slot right in and score some goals, please. Oxlade-Chamberlain with the ball on the right-hand side. 16 minutes played. Back towards Kane Ferdinand, but it's not managed to find him. And Dorking can just lash the ball upfield. Sendles-White's going to go for a lovely run. Number 5. He wanted to leave in the summer. We managed to keep him at the club. Yanis Drace goes for a long ranger. And Yanis Drace, with an absolute rocket, the substitute forced onto the field early on, has put us 1-0 up against Dorking. And this is kind of how we've been playing for most of the games this season. Obviously, the game against Dartford, not ideal, but we still played pretty well. Against Dorking, I'm expecting to win this one. We're going to struggle against the top boys, and anyone after maybe 10th in the table, we should relatively comfortably beat. It's Andrew with the ball for Dorking. Literally, I say those words. Just watch. Dorking are going to score. Hughes across. It's towards Andrew forward. Hughes again. Now Taylor. Long range chance for Taylor. Mackenzie Lyle flaps at it. Stops the ball from going in, but can't stop it going off for a corner. So Dorking have themselves a chance. It's going to be a left-footed corner. It's going to be Hughes. Is he the former Man City player? It's a header clear from Lewis Payne. Taylor's going to close it down, though. Is that going to be the end of the highlight? It is. See, right now, the league table looks pretty good. 4 points off the top, which is a little bit too far away for my liking. Corner comes in, and Jamie Sendles-White gets his first goal of the season. Corners are still pretty good. I don't know whether we're actually doing near-post corners, because that didn't look like it. It kind of was near-post. Sendles-White ghosts his way in, makes it 2-0 just before half-time. We're looking good against Dorking, although Dorking have had a couple of chances. I don't know what it is, and I've said this before, but wing-backs sometimes work really well and sometimes are really bad. Oxlade-Chamberlain's on a 6-4. We saw in the last match as well, Bramble didn't play very well at all. For some reason, my light's gone off next to me. Not ideal. Drace heads over the bar. Final few minutes of the match then, I'm thinking we are going to do the Oxlade-Chamberlain coming off for TJ Bramble. We've not actually done any substitutions, have we? Other than the one we needed to do. Ballard again for Woods. We seem to just take off our right winger and our right back for the most part. Kane Ferdinand on his debut. 6.7, 6.8, not particularly the best debut, is it? We've got 10 minutes left to play against Dorking. We are hopefully going to be picking up the 3 points here. 3 shots on target. I would ideally like a few more than that. Well, it doesn't matter. It is full time against Dorking. 2-0 in the end. They actually had a better XG than us. Defensively, this formation is superb. Going forward, we do not necessarily struggle, but we don't have as many clear-cut chances, in my opinion, as perhaps we should. Can we actually see clear-cut chances? 0. 0 clear-cut chances out of 12. Not ideal, but we won the game. So our top goal scorer is out for 3 to 4 weeks. That's a worry. We've still got 3 other strikers, but it means Yanis Drace is going to be making his way onto the field a few more times than he perhaps would be expecting. It's also his first goal in how many? 10 hours of competitive football. It's quite a lot of hours. That is going to do it for episode 1 of season 2. Next episode, we're going to go for Havant and Waterlooville and potentially Truro. I don't know whether we're going to be able to do this because basically it's all logistics of being able to record stuff, but that's what I'm going to look at trying to do. Otherwise, it's going to be Havant and Waterlooville and Farnborough, a team that we should hopefully beat. In between episodes, we're going to be playing Chichester in the FA Cup qualifying round. Slough, Ebbsfleet, Maidenhead, Chippenham and Bath. And then, yeah, when we return, it is going to be Havant and Waterlooville for definite. We're going to do that one. Thank you very much for watching this one. If you did enjoy, do please remember, leave a like. Hit the subscribe button as well if you're new to the channel. And I will see you in episode 2. Thanks for watching.